Perry Mustangs. Tonight's assigned officials are David Marion, Kevin Love, and Glenn Bader. Now let's meet tonight's starters. First for Shippensburg, head coach Eric Miner, assistant coaches Angie Hostetter and Blake Schildauer. Here's the starting lineup for the Greyhounds. A 5'5" junior, number 2, Allison Turner. A 5'3" senior, number 15, Leah Rohrer. A 5'11" senior, number 20, Blake Stover. A 5'8" senior, number 21, Acacia Bean. A 5'6" senior, number 22, Riley Miner. And now, here's the starting lineups for your Mustangs. Led by head coach Mike Kirk, assistant coaches Scott Kelly, Shane Dyer, and Bill Morrell. A sophomore forward, number 12, Taylor Luker. Sophomore forward, number 10, Shane Dyer. Junior forward, number 22, Madeline Wiley. She's a senior. Forward, number 23, Allison Yoder. Senior center, number 45, Alexa Frederick. Now, ladies.
We are live here at West Perry High School for tonight's Mid-Penn Colonial Division girls basketball matchup, a tight one in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division, as we have the West Perry Mustangs taking on the Shippensburg Greyhounds. A very busy week for the West Perry girls basketball Mustangs. Getting it started here. 3 home games in 4 days this week, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight is the first for the Mustangs, taking on the Shippensburg Greyhounds. First meeting between these two this season. Very evenly matched teams. The West Perry Mustangs come into this game with an overall record of 6 wins and 4 losses. Shippensburg, there's 6 wins as well, but 7 losses on the year. Both teams have 3 wins as well in the division. And West Perry with 3 wins and 2 losses in the Colonial Division, while Shippensburg is 3-3 in division play. West Perry is coming off a tough loss. The Mustangs have been having a rough transition from 2022 to 2023, as the Mustangs have dropped 4 of the last 5 games, including their last game at home this past Friday night. First Friday night of 2023, as West Prairie lost 54-45 against James Buchanan. For Shippensburg, it's a totally different story, as Shippensburg has won 3 of the last 4 games, and there's the first 2 points of the day, and it's going to go for Shippensburg. 2 points on the board for Acacia Beam. And here's Alexa Frederick getting 2 points right back. So there's Shippensburg so far this year. Has won 3 of the last 4 years in the 2023 portion of the season, including their last win, their last game on the road this past Saturday at Spring Grove High School, as the Greyhounds were victorious in a close, high-scoring affair, 63-60. And it has been back and forth between these two teams as Mid-Penn Colonial Division rivals, as West Prairie last year swept the Greyhounds 44-32 here and 43-29 at Shippensburg last year. The year before that, the Greyhounds swept the Mustangs. Here's Frederick again. Frederick gets the layup but doesn't go in, and gets an offensive rebound. And again with an offensive rebound, and a foul is called. That'll be the first foul of the game. We want to thank everyone at home for tuning in on the West Prairie Athletic Party YouTube channel. First foul of the game goes to Shippensburg's Elkie Staffer. First free throw is good for Frederick. I am Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Prairie Athletics. Here for what should be a good one. Alexa Frederick goes 2 for 2 from the free throw line, and very quickly here, the Greyhounds are going to take a timeout. Alexa Frederick with all 4 points for the Mustangs. Just a 30-second timeout here. We'll keep going with our pregame notes. As I was saying, 2 years ago, Shippensburg swept the Mustangs in a season series, 51-30 here and 56-36 at Shippensburg. Last year, the Mustangs swept the Greyhounds, 44-32 here and 43-29 at Shippensburg a year ago. First meeting between these two teams. So 2-2 between these 2-2 for these two teams against each other in the last 2 years. This is a good pass, but it gets out of the reach of Leah Rohr. Here's Martin Wilby shooting free. Looked good, but not good. Rebounded by the Greyhounds. This is going to be a jump ball here with 5:44 left to go. We'll stay with the Greyhounds. Long 2-point shot is short for Rohr. And offensive rebound for Rohr. Expecting a very close game between these two teams. These two teams did not disappoint in the last 4 games in the last 2 seasons. First meeting this year between the two programs. They will be at Shippensburg later this season. And long 3-point shot is way off the mark for Riley Miner. Riley Miner is the daughter of the Shippensburg head coach Eric Miner. And that shot is rejected and taken by Beam. Acacia Beam had a really good performance against the Mustangs last year in both games. And already she's proven to be a factor here. And here's Shay Dyer. Shay Dyer just turned 16 on Sunday. So happy belated birthday to her. And a long 3-point shot. Reaches the target, but it's off the line. The whistle blown here. Is this going to be a foul? Or a very late substitution, actually, for the Mustangs. Julie Loy is now coming in for Shay Dyer. Maybe Shay Dyer want to get off for a few moments. Westbury trying to get their first win of 2023, and there is 2 points for Raleigh Minor. They're now tied at 4. Mabry trying to get to Frederick, but it's deflected by Alyssa Turn. Alyssa Turn in for the grounds. Actually, she started the game. Here is Turn. Turn with a floater. No good. Finds Beam, however. And Acacia Beam is going to give Shippensburg the lead right back. Very busy week for West Prairie Athletics, especially for the girls basketball team. Mountain Robley missing that shot. Rebounded by Turn. Long 3-point shot on the money for Elke Stafford. And the Mustangs is going to take a timeout with that. 5-point lead for the Greyhounds. With 3:15 left to go. And we'll be right back. Actually, our second thought, we're going to keep it right here. It's just a 30-second timeout for the Mustangs. Westbury having a bit of a struggle as of late, losing 4 of the last 5 games. But both of these teams are in good position, however, for a playoff position. Still plenty of ball season left to be played. We'll talk more about the playoff positions in just a moment. And we have an odd jump ball here. We'll stay with the Mustangs. Only 1 foul so far, and it was against Elke Stafford from Shippensburg. And nice inbound pass. And 2 points for Allison Yoder. And that'll go to the Mustangs. Substitution coming in now. Shay Dyer is back in now, coming in for Taylor Lufer. We'll hold off our game clock here for a couple seconds. Good defense for the Greyhounds. Same with the Mustangs, however. Quick pass and shoot, and a score for Allison Yoder again. Back to a 1-point lead. Shay Dyer showing up the tight defense here. And take it right back by the Mustangs. Shay Dyer with it, and we're going to have a foul. And oh no, Shay Dyer actually caught on the walk. West Prairie coach Mike Urick not very happy about that call. Just over 2 minutes left to go here in the first. 1-point lead for the Greyhounds. And there's a shot for Beam. No good. Not a rebound for Ferrick, but Ferrick's going to commit the foul. And the bucket is going to count. Actually, no. The shot actually will not count as a holding call against Alexa Frederick. So the bucket does not count. It's a bit of a break there for the Mustangs. And quick pass for 3. Good. Elke Stafford makes her second 3-point shot. Here's Robley. Shay Dyer. And there's the shot. No good. Rejected, actually, by Stafford. And Stafford taking the shot. 3-point shot is short. Rebounded by Beam. And this shot almost rebound, offensive rebound again. But it's taken by the Mustangs, Allison Yoder. Looks trying to find Allison Yoder. And there's 2 easy points for number 22, Riley Minor. Makes it 14-8. And now to try to count in this deficit is Julie Loy, and her shot is no good. And wide open look for 3, no good for Minor. And a shove. Pushing foul on Alyssa Turn. Now looks at Fabric going to the bench, coming in, Allison Yoder. This is good passing here for the Mustangs in the final minute. Shay Dyer could not knock that ball down. And nice pass down the middle for Yoder. Yoder rejected again. Final 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Shippensburg with a nice lead. And no offensive foul. It's taken by the Mustangs. And let's play Allison Yoder is rejected again. We'll stay with the Mustangs. Our last foul, by the way, was on Alyssa Turn. That's her first, team second. And that shot goes nowhere. Except right into the hands of Riley Minor. 5 seconds here. Looking for a buzzer beater, and they're going to give Alyssa Turn. And that will do it. 8-point lead, doubling up the score on the Mustangs. The Greyhounds with a 16-8 lead. A lot of 4 different Greyhounds scoring. Elkie Stafford with 2 3-point shots. So far is the difference. We'll be right back to start the second quarter. You are watching West Prairie Girls Basketball against the Shippensburg Greyhounds, exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Power YouTube channel. We'll be right back for the start of the second quarter. We are back here now for the start of the second quarter. Right at the second quarter, actually. And we are underway. Shippensburg getting the ball first. And we are back rolling here. And here's a pass right to the newcomer, Peyton White, for the Greyhounds. And White gets the first 2 points of the second quarter. Peyton White substituting in for the Greyhounds. And a walk. 30 seconds in. The Greyhounds now with the largest lead of the game, 10 points. Whistle blown. Stay with the Greyhounds. And Turn passing it in now to Minor. Shippensburg losing a couple of players here today. Losing 4 of them, in fact. So this could be a very interesting game for the Mustangs, even though they're down by 10. Very clean first court between the two teams. West Prairie with 1 foul off Alexa Frederick. 2 fouls for the Greyhounds, and a 3-point shot there for Shay Dyer. Shay Dyer gets her first 3 points. shot, and nice easy layup for Minor. Here's Dyer. That's down the middle, and a great pass there. Here's Susie Gleason, who just came in. Here's Looper, back to Shea Dyer. Shea Dyer again shooting free. This time it's no good. And a foul. 6.5 minutes left to go. Just 90 seconds into this game. Or 2.5 minutes, actually. No, 90 seconds, I'm right. My math was a little iffy right there. Well, how far West Prairie up? I'd like to try probably trivia question of the game coming up in the next timeout. And there's an offensive foul. Foul is on Acacia Beam. Acacia Beam's first foul. Here's Susie Gleason. To Tara Lufer. Alexa Frederick, who just came back in, takes a shot and rejected again. And Susie Gleason able to keep it in bounds. Nice big crowd here for girls basketball against Shippensburg, a local rivalry between the two schools. And here's Susie Gleason shooting free. It's got to be way off. Rebounded by White. Wall by herself for three. Too easy for Raleigh Minor. That's one thing that West Prairie needs to focus on here in this game. If you give those wide open opportunities, Shippensburg is going to cash in every single time. That pass deflected and taken by Minor. Here's the shot. No good. Rebounded by Turn. And able to keep it in. And no, not quite. Susie Gleason unable to keep it in. Pounced out of bounds out of her hands. Oh, stay with the Greyhounds. And there's the shot. No good. And they'll stay with the Greyhounds. And 3-point shot. In and out for Minor. And offensive rebound again. That's another thing that West Prairie has been really struggling with so far this season. Off defensive rebounds. Alexa Frederick has been the top rebounder on both sides, offense and defense. And here's Frederick. She also gets those shots up, but it's deflected every single time so far. She scored 4 points in the first quarter. 2 of them were on a free throw. And here's a rebound for Frederick. Timeout now for the Mustangs. While we're at, now it's a good time for a West Prairie Athletic Party trivia question of the game. West Prairie has won 2 District 3. This is a very specific question, ladies and gentlemen. West Prairie has won 2 District 3 AAA championships in history in 1995 and 2014. But what other school has the same number of District 3 championships in Class AAA? West Prairie has won 2 District 3 championships in Class 3A. What other school has the same number of District 3 championships in Class 3A? So only one other school that West Prairie is tied with. This school actually has 3 championships in history. Only one more than West Prairie. This team won the 2A, 2A. They won 1 2A championship, but they won in 3A twice. So that's what we're looking for. What other school besides West Prairie has won 2 District 3 AAA championships? We'll have that answer coming up for you at halftime. I know it's a very specific question tonight. A few West Prairie cheerleaders coming out tonight to support the Lady Mustangs. And Frederick right under the basket takes a shot, goes off the rim. and under it, in fact. And here's a 3-point shot again, and money for Riley Minor. We thought that Riley Minor will make a major impact in this game, and so far she is doing it. She has 12 points already. And there's 2 points for Alexa Frederick. 13-point lead for Shippensburg. And there's a foul. Foul is on Allison Yoder. And this is Acacia Beam going to a free throw line shooting 2. She misses the first one. But the second one is good. Almost the first trip to the free throw line for Shippensburg. And Acacia Beam going 1 for 2. This time this ball is intercepted by Minor. Here's Minor. 3-point shot. No good for turn. And Susie Gleason. Back to Lufer. And Lufer trying to find Alexa Frederick pass, but I don't think it was tipped, and they said it'll go to Shippensburg. This is a huge game for both of these teams, especially for playoff position. We'll talk more about that coming up at the halftime report. Almost had a technical difficulty right there. And there's 2 points for Alyssa Turn. And this ball again taken away. Riley Minor. Riley Minor here again. She has been all over the place, and a foul. 16-point lead for the Greyhounds with 2:44 to go in the first half. The last foul was on Allison Yoder. That's her third foul already. Jeez. And shot from the corner, offensive rebound. Shippensburg was excited about that one. Leah Ward with 2 points. Her first 2 points of the game. Here's Shay Dyer going down the middle for Taylor Wolf, who just came in for the first time. We don't see Taylor Wolf come out here for the varsity game too much. She isn't on the court right now. This pass back. 58 seconds left to go. 4 fouls apiece for both teams. An inbound pass. Nice defense for Taylor Wolf. And this will go to the Mustangs. I think it's a jump ball here. And indeed it is. So stay with the Mustangs. Almost looked like a handful of hair there. Julie Loy able to escape. And the holding call. Foul was on Elke Stafford. Her second foul. Nice play. Here's Lauren Foster. We don't see too much of her this season. Breakaway, no good. Rebounded by Shay Dyer. And a long 3-point shot. Good for Shay Dyer. Shay Dyer with 2 3-point shots, both in this quarter. Long shot, no good. Offensive rebound, again, no good. And rebounded by Shea Dyer. Shea Dyer, a sophomore with the Mustangs. And pass it back, finds Lauren Foster, and her shot is no good. She could have taken her time on that one. But it's rebounded by Acacia Beam here in the final minute of the second quarter. We encourage everyone to stick around for the West Prairie Athletic Department halftime report. And here's a tough shot. Good defense for Taylor Wolf. And offensive rebound and a shot, no good. Looked like Lauren Foster was held right there. And a shot and a foul. Number 1, Peyton White with the 2 points. That foul was on Taylor Wolf, her first. And that one is good. And the final seconds here. 19 seconds left to go. 5 fouls apiece for both teams. Shippensburg has time for maybe one more shot. They're going to make quick work of it and in and out. Rebounded by, now it's Julie Loy. Julie Loy got to take the last shot. No. And got to take a shot in the final second here. As it has distance, but off the mark. Great shot there for Peyton White. At the halfway point. 34-16. The Greyhounds dominating in the first 16 minutes of the game. And we'll be right back in 1 minute for the West Prairie Athletic Department halftime report. You are watching West Prairie girls basketball against the Shippensburg Greyhounds exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel. We'll be right back in 1 minute for the halftime report. We are back here now for the West Prairie Athletic Department halftime report. It took a little more time than we needed to get things started, but you can see the score on the top of your screen, 34-16 at the halfway point for the Greyhounds, and we have all the stats for you right now. First half stats for both teams. First for the Mustangs, 4 points for Allison Yoder and 6 points each for Shea Dyer and Alexa Frederick. For Shippensburg, we got 2 points for Leah Rohr, 4 points for Alyssa Turn, 5 points each for Peyton White and Acacia Beam, 6 points for Elke Stafford, and Riley Miner is leading the way for the Greyhounds. She scored 12 points in the first half. A great first half for Riley Miner and ranked number 22 for the Greyhounds. This is the start of a very busy week for West Prairie Athletics, as West Prairie girls basketball has 3 games all at home this week. They will be right back out of here tomorrow for a home game. A makeup game from last December due to the severe snowstorm we saw last December. West Prairie's game against Greencastle Antrim has been postponed and will be made up tomorrow. So tomorrow, West Prairie girls basketball right here at home against the Greencastle Antrim Blue Devils. It should be a good one. Greencastle Antrim currently ranked number 1 in the District 3 Quad A Power Rankings, undefeated at 10-0 so far this season before tonight. And then on Friday night, we'll have West Prairie girls basketball again for the second straight Friday night hoops edition 2023, as West Prairie will host the Waynesboro Maidens right here at West Prairie High School Friday night at 7 o'clock. Shippensburg will be right back in action on Friday as well, a local rivalry for them, as they'll host the Big Spring Bulldogs on Friday night at 7:30. And right now we have our West Prairie Athletic Power Trivia question of the game. West Prairie has won 2 District 3 championships in Class 3A. What other school has the same number of District 3 championships in that same class? The answer is Eastern Lebanon County. Eastern Lebanon County actually has 3 championships in program history. Their first one was in 1997 when they were in Class 2A, and then they won the Class AAA title in 1999 and 2001. That is 3 championships in 6 years. 1 championship for 1 year, not the next year. Then again, the championship in 99, nothing in 2000, and then 2001. Eastern Lebanon County is our answer. West Prairie won 2 District 3 championships in program history, both of them in Class 3A in 1995. And again, as we all remember, not too long ago, 2014. So you heard all the stats for us here, and this is, we actually forgot one more broadcast we have coming up this week. We have West Prairie Wrestling back at home this Thursday night, and what is expected to be a very quick broadcast. So if you blink, you're probably going to miss it, because this Thursday we have West Prairie Wrestling going up against Greencastle Antrim, and like, you don't have to believe me, but I'm telling you this: Greencastle Antrim is a very sad story season for Greencastle Antrim this year, because they only have 2 wrestlers in the varsity program at Greencastle Antrim. So technically, West Prairie has already won, but there will be 2 matches in the varsity matchup on Thursday night. So if you blink, you're gonna miss it. It's just unbelievable. Like, good for Greencastle Antrim to have 2 wrestlers to actually have a season this year. But I mean, they know that they're not going to win any matches like dual meets. But they're just there to wrestle, and we're hosting them on Thursday night. West Prairie against Greencastle Antrim Wrestling on Thursday night at 7 o'clock. Do not miss it. If you miss it, well, you're gonna miss it. You can always watch it on demand on the West Prairie Athletic Power YouTube channel. So let's go wrap up here our West Prairie Athletic Power halftime report. We got just under 4 minutes to go before the start of the second half. You were watching West Prairie. Actually, I forgot one more thing. I kept mentioning this. This is a huge game in terms of playoff position for both teams. West Prairie in Class 4A is currently ranked number 9, with the top 10 teams qualifying for the District 3 4A playoffs. Shippensburg is not that much better. In fact, Shippensburg is in Class 5A. They are currently ranked number 12, and the top 14 teams qualify for a District 3 5A playoffs. So this is a huge game for both teams in terms of playoff hopes for both of these teams. That will wrap up our West Prairie Athletic Power halftime report. 3 minutes to go before the start of the second half. You are watching West Prairie girls basketball against the Shippensburg Greyhounds exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Power YouTube channel. We'll be right back in less than 3 minutes for the start of the second half. We are back here now for the start of the second half. Start of the third quarter here. Shippensburg up 34-16. And here we go. With the start of the third quarter, Shippensburg getting the ball first, just like they did in the second quarter. And here's our first foul of the first half, second half already. And first trip to the free throw line already. Foul is on number 22. I don't know, that's her first. First free throw is no good for Leia Roar. First trip to the free throw line for her. And second free throw also no good. And it's taken by the Greyhounds. Here's Alyssa Turn. And here's Beam. Heavily guarded by Alexa Frederick. That's one thing that Westbury head coach Michael Urich had to talk to his Mustangs during the halftime locker room is to get these defensive rebounds, and there they get the takeaway. Alexa Frederick passing it to Shea Dyer. Dyer finding Taylor Lufer. Over here now to Allison Yoder, and she gets 2 points. Allison Yoder now with 6 points. It's deflected, and it'll go to the Mustangs. Good defensive stuff for Shea Dyer. There's Frederick, not a usual position, a strong pass. Shea Dyer could not hang on to it. That's a position that Alexa Frederick is not very used to. This ball is deflected, handled by Taylor Lufer, and a nice timeout called by Michael Urich when Taylor Lufer had possession. Even though it wasn't a full possession, she still had a hand on it, and that will give West Perry the ball. It's just a 30-second timeout. 6:47 left to go in the third quarter. Just getting started here in the third quarter. Still a long way to go for the Mustangs to get back into this, but they are having a good start to the third quarter after the halftime locker room. Here's Shea Dyer. Dyer thought about it, but instead finds Allison Yoder for three. Allison Yoder having a good start to the third quarter. And so is the West Point defense. Shea Dyer hanging on to Leia Roar. Alexa Frederick. And a holding call is going to be on Alexa Frederick. That's going to be her second foul. It's not a shooting foul, so Alyssa Turns just got to pass it in. And nice takeaway here again. Yoder finding Madeline Whiteley. Whiteley takes a shot and is knocked out of bounds by Alyssa Turn. Nice play on the roll right now. 5-0 run. Still down by 13, however. They were down by 18 at the half. 3-point shot and off the glass and no good for Madeline Whiteley. Probably not used to shooting threes. And layup out of bounds. Stays with the Greyhounds. That ball is deflected. Stay with the Greyhounds. Senora try to keep it in. Just gets a hand on it. Last shot off the mark, no good. Offensive rebound again and dribbles around the rim. And there's 2 points for Acacia Beam. Shippensburg gets their first 2 points of the second half. And the travel. Ball caught on Alexa Frederick. And that ball is deflected. Fantastic defense by Allison Yoder. Yoder going down the middle. Taylor Lufer wasn't ready for it, and we're going to have a jump ball. It'll stay with the Mustangs. And nice pass and shoot, and the ball does not go in for Yoder. That will stay with the Mustangs here again. 5-2 run for the Mustangs. And a 3-point shot, no good. Rebounded, got too far away, and it's rebounded by Riley Miner. Miner had a huge first half for the Greyhounds. And this ball is taken away. And the shot, no good. And all by herself for free, no good for Stafford. And try to keep it in. Oh my goodness, West Prairie cannot catch a break. That ball was up in the air several times. Shippensburg needed 2 players to keep the ball in. And they were able to, and there's 2 points for Beam. Beam's now got 9 points. And 3-point shot for Dyer, no good. Almost rebounded by Frederick. Taken by Yoder now, and Yoder keeps it going with 2. Still a 15-point lead for the Greyhounds, but West Prairie is fighting back. Here's Beam, rejected by Alexa Frederick, taken by Shay Dyer. And now a wise decision, Shippensburg's Riley Miner hanging on to the jump ball to get the ball right back. This ball's taken away again by Yoder. Yoder's been all over the place today. She is handling the second half of her life, and we're just now past the halfway point of the third quarter. And there is Julie Loy now with 2 points. Her first 2 points of the game. Now, high inbound pass to Leah Rohr. That ball passes short, rebounded by Beam, however, and Beam keeps it going. Beam's now in double digits with 11 points. And 3-point shot is short. And, that was a close call right there. But we'll stay with the Mustangs. Now substitution for Shippensburg. Peyton White is back in. Inbound pass and a kick ball. Kick ball there called on the Greyhounds. Retry here for the Mustangs. Pass and shoot, no good. And Shay Dyer for free, goes over. Rebounded by White. Another turn, and whoa, what a shot! What a shot for Susie Gleason. Takes a shot and still gets in, but now here's 2 back-to-back points for P. McGann. She's got 8 points in this quarter alone. And takes a dribble, and Yoder keeps it going. Back and forth we go. We have seen this several times in the game last Friday night for West Prairie girls basketball against James Buchanan. It was just back and forth throughout the entire second half. Here's Beam again, and an offensive rebound. Still no good. White with the rebound, and she still gets 2 points. Westbury has been struggling all season long with the rebounds. And here's Shea Dyer shooting free. Did not take her time to go straight up in the air, but rebounded by Beam. Acacia Beam has been doing very well shooting. She has 8 points in this quarter alone. And she now has 13 points. Alexa Ferry coming back in, as well as Madeline Whibley for the Mustangs. And we'll go to the Mustangs here. I don't know what that call was. Was it half-court violation? I don't know. And a shot, and it's good. Good for Susie Gleason again. It's a foul on the Mustangs, specifically on Julia Loy, her first. And this is Peyton White shooting 2. She sinks in the first one. Serve free throw to perfection. Substitution now for Shippensburg, or oh no, that was actually a lesser turn right there. Sorry about that. Yeah, that was a lesser turn actually with those 2 free throws. 90 seconds left to go. Back to a 15-point lead for the Greyhounds. Inbound pass, Susie Gleason for 3, short. Offensive rebound. Here is Roofer finding Madeline Wildby, a long 2-point shot, and it's good. Madeline Wildby gets her first 2 points of the game. We actually forgot to reset our game clock here again. Minute and 10 seconds left to go. And here's Frederick. And all the way outside for Gleason. Inbound pass down the middle for Julie Lloyd. Goes in, out, and back in for Julie Lloyd. Here in the final minute of the third quarter. Back to an 11-point lead and a travel. Ball carried by the Greyhounds. Good defense again for the Mustangs. Westbury's going to try to make the cut into this Shippensburg deficit to single digits. There's a shot, no good for Whibley. And over the back is live ball. Susan Gleason hangs on to it, goes right through the heart of defense, and a shot, and no good, but a foul is called. This is the first foul on the Greyhounds, the first one of the second half. And Susan Gleason is going to go to the free throw line shooting 2. That last foul was on number 1, Peyton White, her first. And Susan Gleason sinks in the first one. 10-point lead. 24 seconds left to go. And Gleason sinks both of them in. Now it's a 3-possession game. Shippensburg might want to hang on to this, and now they hang on to it too long, taken by Susie Gleason. Here's Madeline Whiteby. Pass down the middle for Yoder. Or excuse me, that's Julie Loy. And a 3-point shot goes up the side of the backboard and no good. And 5 seconds here in the third quarter. Shippensburg has time for one more shot. Here's White shooting 2. No good. Offensive rebound. And that will take us to the end of the third quarter. Good third quarter for the Mustangs. Making a 9-point game when they were down by 18 at the half. We'll be right back for the fourth and final quarter. You are watching West Prairie Girls Basketball against the Shippensburg Greyhounds, exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Party YouTube channel. We'll be right back for the fourth and final quarter. West Prairie down by 9. We are back here now for the fourth and final quarter of this one. West Prairie having a very good third quarter, outscoring the Greyhounds by a score of 21-12 in the last 8 minutes. And offensive foul. Now a great start for the Mustangs. Down by 9 when they were down by 18 at the half. The Greyhounds might be one to just hang on to the ball as long as they can. Bad pass intercepted by Taylor Lufer. Lufer going up the side and an inbound pass, no good, but a foul has been called. Foul on Shippensburg, and it's on Alessa Tarn, her second. Here's Taylor Lufer shooting 2. Lufer sinks in the first one. That's her first point of the game. And she make it 2 for 2. Second one, no good. Rebounded by Leia Roar. Shaves off 2 seconds off the clock. 7:25. That's the first missed free throw for the West Prairie Mustangs. Now a whole lot of free throwing trips for either team here. There's Beam. Pass down the middle, deflected, and it will stay with the Greyhounds. West Prairie home faithful, not happy about this call, but it will stay with the Greyhounds. And a shot. And West Prairie fans now starting to get a little anxious here with 7:08 left to go. The last foul was on Julie Loy. And a jump ball. And it'll go to the Mustangs. Alexa Ferrick now coming back in. Coming in for Julie Loy. There's Taylor Lufer. Lufer trying to get the Mustangs back into it. Now down by 8. Here's Shea Dyer. That shot was deflected. Nice keeping in for Allison Yoder. Mustangs still with control. Here's Yoder now. Yoder finding Alexa Ferrick. Ferrick taking a shot, and there's her first point. 2 points since the second quarter. Now it's a 2-possession game for the Mustangs. And, oh, wait a minute. I heard both coaches whistling for a timeout, and since Shippensburg had the ball, it's got to be a timeout for the Greyhounds. Both officials, no idea who called the timeout, but it's got to be a full timeout for the Greyhounds. We're going to take a break. Exciting one here. 6-point lead. Greyhounds with possession and the lead. We'll be right back after the Shippensburg timeout. Have you ever thought of becoming a PIAA official? You ever thought of becoming a referee for basketball? Now is your opportunity. Go to PIAA.org to find out how you can become a PIAA District 3 official. That is PIAA.org. Back here underway after the Shippensburg timeout. An impromptu timeout, if you will, for the Greyhounds because they did not want to call it, but they did anyway. And this will stay for the Greyhounds. The clock never ran. And so this is going to be a 1-1 here now for Riley Minor. Riley Minor was held quiet in the third quarter. Our last ball was on Taylor Loop for her second. 1-1 here. And in and out and back in. And the second shot is also good. Now the clock is still not rolling. Hold on, we gotta stop our game clock. The actual game clock here at Westbury High School is now rolling. And Shay Dyer takes the shot. Westbury just got some free time. But still no shot. 8-point lead. Right? Shippensburg was up by as many as 18 at the half. It was a big third quarter for the Mustangs, scoring 21 points. A long 3-point shot. Nowhere near the mark. It was short. And offensive rebound. An offensive rebound again. And a shot and a foul. Leah Roar. Roaring her way to get those offensive rebounds. And it's 2 free throws coming up. Number 15, number 23. RCR now with 4 fouls. And the first one goes in for Leah Roar. And second free throw rolls out. And Yoder walked. She jumped up for the shot and just landed on her feet. That's considered a walk. 9-point lead. Shippensburg trying to get back to double digits. Again, the clock is still not rolling. I think we're having some technical difficulties here at West Perry. Now the clock is rolling. And we have a jump ball. Oh, same with the Greyhounds. Allison Yoder now with 4 personal fouls. Definitely a good idea for her to be on the bench. Right. Or actually, no, she's still out there on the court. Allison Yoder has been having a fantastic game. And there's a foul. Allison Yoder actually came alive in the third quarter. And 2 free throws coming up for Alexa Turn. That's Alexa Freric's third foul. And Alexa Turn going to the free throw line. Shooting 2. First one goes in. And second one is also good. Back to a large lead for the Greyhounds. .5:20 left to go. Shippensburg with possession again. A long pass to the other side. And it goes past everybody. And it'll go to the Mustangs. The officials are arguing where. Yeah, this is going to be West Prairie ball, but the question is where, because the ball never touched anybody in the court. So now officials are deciding where to have the inbound pass at, and that's where they'll work it. 11-point lead. West Prairie trimmed the lead down to 6 in the third quarter. Now behind 11. And long shot for Wadley, no good. Rebounded by Beam. Breakaway here for the Greyhounds. A shot, and nice shot for Alyssa Turn. Back to a 13-point lead. And not good pass at all. Easy takeaway for Raleigh Minor. And now Alexa Ferrick trying to get the ball, but no jump ball. And it'll stay with the Mustang, or it'll go to the Mustangs, I should say. Nice shot down the middle. Yoder gets the jump ball. But it'll go to the Greyhounds. Good job for Acacia Beam. She had a big third quarter. Acacia Beam did. She had 8 points in the third quarter alone. Pass down the middle. And a foul. And now it's got to be 2 free throws for here on out. That is Susie Gleason's first foul. And Acacia Beam sinks in the first one. Trouble here now for the Mustangs. And single free throw also good for Beam. Shippensburg now in the double bonus. Shippensburg has only committed 2 fouls in the second half. It's been a very clean game for the Greyhounds, and there's 2 points per turn. Shippensburg starting to run away with it. They were up by 6, but now they're up by 17. And it's a full timeout for the Mustangs. We're going to take a break to resume action in the fourth quarter. Shippensburg up 57-40. What a turnaround for the Shippensburg Greyhounds. They were up by 6, and now it's a 17-3 run for the Greyhounds. And here is Susie Gleason. Gleason, that was a kick ball. Yeah, good call there by the officials. This week is also PIAA Officials Appreciation Week, ladies and gentlemen. Sadly, I forgot the names of the officials here today. But we do appreciate all the officials here this week. Not just here, but in every high school in Pennsylvania. Because without our officials, there would not be any high school sports. And there's a shot for Beam. And oh my goodness, Beam just made that shot look easy. And now it's a 19-point lead, the largest lead of the game for the Greyhounds. Yeah, long 3-point shot off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound for Frederick. And a foul. The shot will not count, I believe. But Frederick has got to go to the line. That's only the third foul for Shippensburg in this half, and it's off of Leia Roar, her first, team's third. Frederick going to the free throw line for the second time. 1-on-1 here, the one is short. And it'll go to the Greyhounds. Westbury will be right back in action tomorrow, right here at Westbury High School, for the Green Council Antrim Blue Devils coming to town. Ranked number 1 in District 3 4A right now, undefeated at 10-0. They have a game tonight against James Buchanan. And we assume that Greencastle is winning that game right now. A long shot, no good for Shea Dyer. Rebounded by Roar. Not a bad shot there for Beam. Doesn't go in for it that time, but 2 points coming in now for Leah Roar. Roar's now got 5 points. And this ball is taken away. And there's a walk. Minute 52 seconds left to go. Looks like Shippensburg is going to walk away with this win. A year ago, Westbury swept the Greyhounds. 2 years ago, the Greyhounds swept the Mustangs. This is the first meeting between these two teams this season. They will be at Shippensburg later this month. And pass down the middle for Yoder. And Yoder gets rejected. That will stay with the Mustangs. Here's Lauren Foster. We haven't seen her too many times this season. And inbound pass. Shot is short. And breakaway here. And just rolls across the rim. Offensive rebound for Beam. And this is taken by Julie Loy. Very clean game for the Greyhounds here in this one. That foul was on Victoria Kopp. Kopp with her first. Team's fourth in this half. Here's Shea Dyer. Dyer jukes out of the way, shoots two, and she's got it. There's another foul. Westbury fans again not happy with this call. It's on Shea Dyer. Shea Dyer's first. And 2 free throws coming up here for Riley Minor. This one is good. And the free throw is also good for Minor. Final minute to go here in the game. Shippensburg up by 19. Trying to cut in the deficit. No good. Rebound by Peyton White. Both these teams with 6 wins apiece. Shippensburg is about to get back to even 500 winning percentage at 7-7. Also gotta have a winning mark in the Colonial Division 4-3. And inbound pass, no good for Taylor Wolf. And pass back. Shippensburg can just hang on to this ball as long as they possibly can. Up by 19. Looks like that's exactly what Shippensburg is going to do here. So it's a recent fighting back, however. 20 seconds left to go. And it's going to be a tough start to the week with the Greencastle Antrim Blue Devils coming up tomorrow night. These two teams know each other so well, even when they weren't division rivals. And the Shippensburg Greyhounds is going to walk away in week 2 of 2023 with a victory on the road against the Mustangs. We're right back in 1 minute for the West Perry Athletic Park halftime report. Off all the stats for you coming up in just a moment. Shippensburg wins it 63-44. We'll be right back in 30 seconds. We are back here now for the West Perry Athletic Park halftime or post-game report, I should say. As you can see on the top of your screen, Shippensburg victorious 63-44. Here are some final stats for both teams. First for the Mustangs, 1 point for Taylor Looper, 2 points for Madeline Wibley, 6 points for Susie Gleason, 8 points each for Shay Dyer and Alexa Frederick. And leading the way for the Mustangs, a very good game, especially in the third quarter. Allison Yoder with 15 points in the game. With 9 of those points coming in the third quarter. A good game for Allison Yoder, one of 2 seniors on the West Perry basketball team, along with Alexa Frederick. Final stats for the Shippensburg Greyhounds: 5 points for Leah Rohr, 6 points for Elke Stafford, 7 points for Peyton White. And we have 3 players for the Greyhounds in double digits: 12 points for Alyssa Turn, 16 points for Riley Miner, and our West Perry Athletic Park player of the game, leading the Greyhounds with 17 points. Acacia Beam making some impossible shots and making them look easy. And Acacia Beam, number 21 for the Greyhounds. Here's our West Perry Athletic Park player of the game. Next time out for both teams, the Shippensburg Greyhounds will be right back in action on Friday when they return home to take on their biggest rival, a local rival down the road from Shippensburg. The Big Spring Bulldogs hang to Shippensburg on Friday night against the Greyhounds at 7:30. West Perry will be right back at it tomorrow night, and a tough one coming up for the Mustangs, but nothing is impossible. They did have the lead early in the game, and see if West Perry can shock the world tomorrow night when West Perry girls basketball hosts the Greencastle Antrim Blue Devils. Greencastle Antrim undefeated so far this season, and they'll be right here at home tomorrow night in a makeup game at 7 o'clock. And that will be our next broadcast here on the West Perry Athletic Park YouTube channel. We'll see you then tomorrow night. West Perry drops to 6-5 overall. They are now 3-3 in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division. Shippensburg now improves to 7-7 overall, and they are now 4-3 in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division. We'll see Shippensburg again later this month. That's going to do it for us here on the West Perry Athletic Park YouTube channel. On behalf of our athletic director, Ryan Anderson, and our high school principal, Chris Ron, and all of us here at West Prairie High School, I am Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Prairie Athletics, saying so long from West Prairie High School. This has been a presentation of West Prairie girls basketball against the Shippensburg Greyhounds exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel. Your final score on this one, Shippensburg wins it 63-44. Good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow night for girls basketball against the Greencastle Blue Devils. Good night, everybody.